Welcome back. I'm your shotgun Breck. As always, next to me is your driver Spencer.
I'm afraid.
And this week, we're asking the big questions. Are cave systems like refrigerators to Wendigos? Are flare guns the best invention ever? And has art therapy gone too far? This is Be Afraid of the Dark.
We did it.
We did it.
Discussing episodes 2 and 3 of Supernatural. Starting off with episode 2, Wendigo, written by Eric Kripke and directed by David Nutter. I think that Supernatural kind of does that block thing, so like they'll have one director do 2 in a row, so it's just easier to prep.
Way
Gives other
easier.
people more time. Yeah, it's a very standard television thing. I'm not sure how many more David Nutter directs after this, but we'll see.
We shall see.
There we go. Here we are. It's a podcast.
This is a podcast?
Damn, I should have told you like months ago.
I thought we were just having fun.
How do we feel about episode 2? Do we like episode 2? I believe famously not loved by like the cast and the crew and stuff.
Which makes me laugh because this was always one of my favorite episodes. Always one of my favorite episodes. Like I would look forward to starting over the show so I could get to this episode.
It's better than I remember it being the first time I watched it. I remember the first time I watched it, I was kind of just like, okay. It does have one of the best lines in the whole, maybe the line from the entire series.
It does have the thesis statement of the entire television series.
Which is super cool and distills it in a great way. Anyway, where do you want to start with this one? Do we want to start with like just as a follow-up episode where it's still...
Let's talk about it following up on the ending of the pilot and how that plays into...
Yeah, so we get a great Carrie reference. Well, actually, let's just start with the opening scene. This episode has like 2 really big surprise guest stars.
Oh, yeah.
Not big at the time, I don't think. But definitely...
Who's the second one?
Alden Ehrenreich.
I know, but who's the first one?
The guy on the DS.
Corey Monteith.
Yeah.
Yeah, R.I.P. King.
Playing a vintage DS.
Very
which
vintage.
Again, old tech.
It makes me laugh every time
Old
I watch
tech
this.
makes me happy. I love it. It's the
Great.
big bricky DS. It's nice.
It was a better time. Simpler time even.
It really was a simpler time.
Yeah, so it has a young Corey Monteith pre-Glee.
Yeah.
Pre-Glee Corey Monteith and then pre-everything Alden Ehrenreich.
And also the opening of this is very like classic monster movie.
100%.
Plays with those like tropes of the shadow passing by your tent really well. I'm into it. I think it's fun and cool.
It's a very fun opener.
Yeah.
I don't think and again, this is a show known for its cold opens.
Yeah.
Among other things, and I think this is a pretty classic and
it's a pretty standard one. Like it's not the first episodes, but
No.
it is cool.
It's got the satellite phone. You gotta love a satellite phone.
You gotta love a satellite. Again, old technology.
Is it
not
old? I mean, do they still use them?
We still have satellite phones, but it's vintagey and
It's
bricky.
very vintagey
and
and bricky. It's the only way he can
Um,
communicate, and there's no like any like actual cell phone coverage.
Yeah. Lone man in a tent. Great trope.
Why,
I mean,
love
they
that
just
all
use
those
it.
buddies could not be like, let's all book together in a tent for safety. They were like, we all need our own tent.
For sure. Yeah.
3 guys chilling in some tents about 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
Yeah. Bless that meme. Anyway, the Carrie reference. We get a Carrie reference
So
as
great.
Sam is dreaming about his trauma, which I get it.
This is another. Sam. Who do you think dreams more, Sam or Dean, over the show? I think it's Sam.
Well, Sam. Yeah, it's Sam. I mean,
Gotta love it.
Sam's the guy that deals with more like trauma early on, and then it kind of becomes. I mean, so much of the plot is driven by Sam for the first couple of seasons.
That is true.
And then Dean kind of gets more bigger,
Dean
arching.
takes over.
Yeah. I mean, can you blame the writers? You know what I mean?
But no,
Jensen.
it is very fun that we have a dream sequence. Of course, we must thank Twin Peaks and David Lynch for the dream sequence in television.
Yeah.
And I do mean that.
I'll take your word for that. I haven't seen Twin Peaks.
I do mean that.
Anyway, so yeah, we get a nice little open. We carry into this and we start figuring out the mystery.
Carry into this.
Hey-oh. That's dumb. I loved it. Yeah, so we carry on into My Wayward Son. Now we're just word associating. Next, we're going to start scatting.
Shibbity-boo-bow,
We carry on into this. Something I like in this episode is as they discover what's going on, the big tension in this episode is that Sam just wants to go find their dad, and Dean wants to, keep hunting. As he puts it later, saving people, hunting things, the family business.
All timer.
Oh, I mean, that is maybe the line of dialogue of the entire series.
I would agree. It's, like I said, thesis statement of the show.
Yeah, it's brilliant. But, that's the main tension here. Again, a very brotherly thing of like, we're wasting time. No, we're not. It makes sense.
And I do wonder now, looking back on it, is that Dean getting the feeling that once Sam resolves this, he'll go on his way? And so this is like Dean trying to...
Maybe. I don't know. Because like, what
him.
does he gave up his opportunity to scholarship?
True.
What does he have to go on to?
I think it's implied at some point that he's people were questioning him about Jessica's death and all that. So that's a good point.
Something I like in this one that they do is like, Dean could come across as just the meathead. Mm-hmm. That could very much be the shtick. And they do lean into that at times. But I like in this one, they've posed as friends of whoever, friends of these guys on the camping thing, friends of the family looking for them. And they're, he's kind of like, they logged a thing and Dean really on the fly goes, could we get a copy of that just to show her? It's like, he's making a smart on the fly play to get the info they need.
Yeah.
I like that. I think that's a good little character moment. It just kind of shows he's not just a meathead. He's not just the muscle.
Street smarts.
Yeah, it's like, look, Sam fills the smarter role, but Sam can also fight, and Dean fills the fighter role, but he can also think. And it's good. A thing I love about this show in general is we're not dropping into people learning about the world. Mm-hmm. They know about the world. What we're learning about is them like on their own, really for the first time in a big way, and having this like these journals of info.
This book, Dad's book.
But they are really good at hunting already.
They are.
Like they're accomplished. They know what they're doing. They're vicious and strong. Yeah, I like that we're not like jumping into a show where they need a trainer and they have to go through.
They're not amateurs.
These two people know lore. They know how to handle it. You see more of that kind of in the next couple episodes, but I like that. I like that we're not doing the like we have to train them up and then halfway through season 7 they're all of a sudden great at it. It's like no, the Winchesters are great at this from the get, they just get better.
Yes.
I think that's cool.
They could have very easily made it so that Sam never learned about any of this and Dean did. And then it's like Dean teaching Sam how to be a hunter to cope with his trauma, which is a lesser version of this show. But I think, and again, just very excellent day one world building of like, there's no way that these people did not spend their entire childhood being turned into child soldiers against monsters.
They raised as warriors, as they put it.
Dean, we were raised like warriors.
Yeah, warriors.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The TV shows used to look like this. Once again,
TV shows.
They used to have shadows.
And this episode's dark and shadowy. Like
it
even
is.
more
so
than the last one.
Well, it's like when they go what.
Even more so than the last episode.
Yeah, it's when they go talk to this guy who knows about who survived the creature years ago. It's like that scene is just so shadowy and weird and cool.
It's great.
Which that scares you a lot. That scene.
And it's more the things that I find really freaky are these descriptions of things that are super smart when you're not expecting them to be.
Yeah, an intelligent monster.
Yeah, and they're like, it broke into your tent, and he's like, it broke into our cabin. It unlocked the door and walked in. And you're like, what? I thought it was like but what do you mean? Like, that is so scary to me. And yeah, I think there's something really terrifying about that scene. Also because a lesser show would have cut in like blurry flashbacks of a child screaming and like a thing. Yeah. Like, but this show just lets you have just like this character actor tell the story and like pull down his shirt and show his scar. Like it's very cool.
And this one sets the precedent of Supernatural for having like the group of people you want to survive every episode. Because that's the beauty of these kind of episodic things is you're introducing a whole new supporting cast every week. You can kill any of them off with no real repercussions for the most part. I like that. I like that they take the time to go, no, these people are like real people. Alden Ehrenreich, you know what I mean? Like he's got a specific, I can't remember her name, but like.
I forget her name.
They do a good job of like introducing these people where I'm not just like, just kill them all. You know what I mean? Like the hunter dude, the backwoods mountain man guy, they hired the guide. It's like, he's going to go. We want him to go.
He's going to go. But even he still is like clearly like, dude, you guys are like cannot survive out in these woods. You're kind of like when he saves Dean from the bear trap.
Yeah. Dean going out in the biker boots and the jeans.
In the jeans with his giant bag of peanut M&Ms.
Which, by the way, the giant bag of M&Ms is so funny to me.
It's so ridiculous.
It's so in character. It's such a silly moment. They really let Dean kind of start carrying the comedy of the show for a long time. But that's just a funny detail that he has that giant bag of M&Ms. I really, really like that.
It's so Dean. And the fact that that's like how they track him later.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. Like it's a breadcrumbs thing. I mean, it works out.
Literally, Sam is like better than breadcrumbs.
Yeah. This location's also great. Like, I don't know if you've ever been deep in the woods with nobody who knows where they're going.
No.
It's frightening. It's not fun.
It doesn't sound great.
It's kind of awesome, but it's also terrifying. So that's kind of a location that freaks me out a little bit. I love how dense the forest is.
Yes.
It really makes it feel like deep backwoods, like scary. Because you could do this and it's kind of just like, well, that's just a thicket of trees.
And you're like, but the highway is right there.
Yeah, it's like
you can see cars,
and it doesn't feel that way.
Not at all.
You know how they say the best moment of hiking is when you see the car. Mm-hmm. That's the best view on your hike is when you see the car on the way back. This is the epitome of that. You know, these people were like, "Oh God,
like, we did it!"
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's very believable, and it's also fun if you've ever spent time in Colorado. And I'm like, wait, I know where that place is.
Yeah.
Like,
well, let's talk about the Wendigo, the monster here,
the creature.
The creature? You're so superstitious. We're not even in the Midwest.
That doesn't matter.
Okay, sure. How do we feel about this particular monster being its episode 2 versus something like a vampire or some kind of other more like urban legendy thing than a monster, which I know this creature, as she puts it, is an urban legend also, but like it is a monster versus like a ghost or, you know.
Well, and I think the really smart thing there is if they did like a more popular monster like episode 2, I think that would have required so much more world building than they were ready to do. I think it's really smart to do, like you said, a ghost for number 1 is kind of a classic. Like that's
you
perfect.
Got to do it.
But this one I think is also perfect because it establishes the Americana, because the creature
it's true, yeah.
that I don't say the name of, and I won't say the other name for it either, for the other thing, because it's just, you know, if Native Americans are scared of it, that's...
Look,
we saw Sinners, okay?
Look, fair enough. It's a spooky thing, but
I think it's very smart to do this kind of piece of Americana.
That's a cool.
And it's like, but it's not just like white dude Americana that, you know, the brothers epitomize. It's like, no, buddy, like this is a creature from the land and has been from the land.
Yeah.
Which I think is a really fascinating thing to do, because also that was the first time I'd ever heard of that creature, and I got to go look it up and learn about it. And I was like, how cool. We've learned this cool new piece of like Native American folklore and history that, again, I think is, and it's not like it's just like this one-off creepy creature. It's a creature that exists because a man ate another man. Like,
yeah.
So I think it's really... I know this episode is not everyone's favorite, but I love it, and I think it's a very smart monster to have.
It has grown on me the more I've watched it, and I may like it more than the next episode we talk about.
I would agree.
That one's a bit soap opera-y for me. Anyway, talk about kind of the scare sequences within this. Anything that can emulate a human voice freaks me out a little bit.
I hate it.
Like the bear from Annihilation.
Whoo! I don't like anything that can mimic your voice and throw it. It freaks me out real bad.
I also love the thing where it's like the Predator. It's like, you know what I mean? It's kind of this, it's smarter than you. There's no way we're taking it in the dark, so we're going to draw our little magic circles. Which, by the way, the supporting cast in this takes the announcement that there are real monsters and supernatural beings in complete stride.
That's what happens when you're near the woods, dude.
I mean, true, you kind of have to, but they don't miss a beat, man.
No.
They're like, cool, we're good.
Even the guide who's like making fun of them for this is still like, okay, I'll get in the circle. Like,
yeah, he's like, oh, the magic circle will protect us. He's like, you're standing in the middle of it.
Like, because even like a skeptic wise guy like that is also like, and I'm not gonna fuck with it. Like,
and it's a pretty good kill when he runs off and it like grabs him.
And that part also freaks me out. I don't like anything happening during the day. Like, it feels strange for a kill to be happening midday. Like, it freaks me out.
Doesn't that happen at night?
I thought it was during the day. His body gets dropped during the day. Yeah. Anyway, anything happening, dude. I don't know.
But again,
even
like,
the woods during the day are freaky.
Yeah,
so.
but again, this show, like, introducing horror elements in such a broad, specific way is super cool. Like I'm into it being a monster. You know what I mean? Like 100%. That's fun. The group gets split up. People get kidnapped and run off with.
So fun. It's again a freaky concept of something being like storing its food and keeping you alive and. Yeah. Wanting to eat you later and not now.
I mentioned the predator ass camo effects as it's running around. You're like, that's
100%. The little shot of it like sneaking through the bushes cracks me up.
Yeah, and again the just the lighting, like when they're in that cave and you're like, where is any of this coming from? I don't care. It's awesome.
I don't care. It's not important.
Yeah, it looks cool. And then look, we get the scene at night before they get split up, but like. The family business scene, like,
yes.
What a great, you're exactly right. It's the mission statement. It's the thesis of the show. That has become such a cultural thing.
Yes.
That line of dialogue, I would guess even a lot of people who haven't seen Supernatural know that that's from this.
Yes.
And I mean, Jensen's delivery of like, with the thing, he's like.
The book, this book, Dad's book, like.
Journal.
I think he says book.
Oh, I don't know. I'm so bad with specific things like that, but
it's okay. Things burn into my brain. So.
But it's like saving people, hunting things, the family business, right? Because he's like they're on a revenge mission, but Dean has maintained a little bit more of his humanity.
Yes,
he's
which I was about
so
to agree
repressed,
with say,
but he's maintained some of the humanity, and he sees his brother like ready to slip off the thing. And it's good character writing. It's
great character writing of having. Sam seemed like the soft one, but really he's a lot more hard into things, and Dean can remember a life where it was like to have two parents.
Exactly,
and it's very beautiful writing to me. And I thought about this when we were discussing the last one, and this is also just because it's on the brain, but it's very Superman and Supergirl coded.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Like,
is it worse to be Sam and have no memories of a mom and not know what you're missing and only know this, or is it worse to be Dean and you got to have a mom for a little bit,
it was ripped away,
and it was ripped away from you?
True. I don't have an answer for you.
But yeah, also speaking of this group of orphans, weird group of orphans.
What's their deal?
What is, because I genuinely think that every time I watch this episode, because Alden Ehrenreich is like a teenager, I'm like, were they just letting you live with your siblings?
Yeah.
Like, it cracks me up.
You know how
they
do.
You know how they do. I also loved one of the small details in this is that she's wary enough to check his ID and be like, can I see some ID? To Dean when they show onto the door. It's awesome.
They're also, as you loved, they're impersonating like wildlife experts or whatever.
Because when they first show, before they like drop it and pretend to be family friends with them, they're like, we're U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service.
Yeah,
you're like,
okay.
You're not. Get out of here.
It's awesome. Come on.
It's so great.
All right, so we get into this tunnel and we're running around. It's spooky stuff is going on, and they find flare guns, which, by the way, great. Awesome.
So great.
Such a funny, cool idea. They do this like funny little flip thing and shoot it, and they miss, and it makes me giggle.
It's so great.
That knife would have come in handy. That super special, super cool knife that I wish they used.
Many such cases.
However, now's the point for this episode, for episode 2. Dean gets the kill.
He does get the kill.
He blasts it. So flash our screen here. Our scoreboard is now tied up for the season 1-1. Then he flips the gun, the flare gun, or shoots it, and then like cowboy flips it, and it's awesome.
So great.
I'm a sucker for that type of showboating, I guess. I don't know.
It rocks.
They kill this thing, and then pretty much they're on their way. I mean, the majority of these like first episodes all end with them driving off, and that's iconic and important. And again, it's that Americana thing. It's that this is a road show. Like, it doesn't exactly feel like it as much, but it is a road show.
It is 100% a road show,
which is awesome. I love that. I love road movies. I love that kind of thing. I love a road show. That's super cool. Any other thoughts on Wendigo?
I thought another small detail that is really creepy to me is that there's a point when it's stalking them during the day, I think, that Sam points out that there's not even crickets making noise.
Yeah.
Another super
absolute
creepy
silence. Yeah, it's great.
It's so creepy. Another note I had was I forgot about this. The guy they're interviewing is a kid in 1959. I was like, this show is so old that a kid in 1959 isn't that old looking.
Yeah.
Like, he's just an older middle-aged man, and you're like, Oh, that guy would be like old now.
Yeah.
It's very funny to me.
All right, so now we need to move on to our favorite line of the episode, and I think we're gonna have the same one.
Saving people, hunting things, the family business.
I mean, the cultural zeitgeist was changed forever.
No other way to do it. There's just no other way to do it.
There's no other way to do it. Oh, we should talk about the before we get to our favorite kill. The end kill is cool. It has aged like milk, and I don't really think it worked at the time, especially because there is a shot of a stunt guy wearing a suit that they actually lit on fire that looks incredible.
Looks great.
But then they cut to this like monster wailing, and it looks so silly.
The CGI in the pilot and this episode have aged rather poorly.
Yeah. Look, and I'm not going to fault the show. This was very old. It was television. I'm sure they were getting some kind of guff on their budget. Just use the shot where you actually lit the stunt guy on fire. You lit him on fire. Don't just use it for one little piece. Just use that. That's all you need. It's super cool. And then add a tiny bit of VFX in there to touch it up.
Guss it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's
this is a practical effects home.
It is a very much practical effects home. Anyway, the best kill of the episode. Are we nominating the same one? What are you nominating?
Yeah, nominating the same one. Probably Wendigo dying.
Wendigo dying. This does not have the best kills in.
No, it does not, unfortunately.
But that kill is cool. Again, with the thing and then flipping the flare gun.
It's great.
Flare gun's a great weapon. It's a fun thing.
It's awesome.
So I'm into
Everyone
that.
Everyone loves fire. Everyone is a pyro at heart, okay?
Everyone is a pyro at heart. That's the truth.
And I mean that.
And she means it.
Sorry, I had one more thing to say that I forgot that I made myself giggle about. Just no one looks as good covered in blood and dirt as Dean Winchester.
That's so true.
When he's down there in the tunnel, I'm like, whoo! So, hello, sailor. Like,
I know. It's true.
Like, am I wrong? Like,
no,
even
you're not
Sam,
wrong.
and I love Sam. Sam girl forever, but
yeah.
No one wears blood and guts and dirt and shit like Dean Winchester.
It's true.
Amen.
Alrighty, on to Dead in the Water, written by, I don't know how to pronounce her name, Raelle Tucker, directed by Kim Manners.
Kim Manners, who he directs a lot, actually, later on. He ends up being kind of one of the main directors.
Yeah.
And he actually inspired a lot of what Bobby's character is like, because apparently Bobby is just Kim Manners.
That's kind of awesome to know.
So he's just really, I think he passed away around the time of the 4th or 5th season.
Oh, that's sad.
I know, but we'll get there when we get there. But yeah, shout out Kim Manners.
So this is a lake horror episode.
I mean, tried and true.
This is another one that has like a thing that's like burned into my brain, which is the kid at the end coming out of the water.
Yeah,
like
which is in a kind of, like you said, soap opera-y episode. That shot is genuinely, a lot of the lake stuff I find genuinely pretty terrifying.
Yeah, well, I like that the water looks completely black.
It's evil looking water, dude.
It's not, doesn't have like much of a green, it has green tint, but not much of a green tint. It looks like black sludge most of the episode.
Yeah, you're like, why are you in here? It's toxic.
Really sets the stage. This episode, for all of the faults it has, does set up a lot of things. So we'll talk about like Dean's setup here first, that Dean has a really big soft spot for kids.
Yes.
I think that is such a fantastic idea, and it's so on brand
perfect
for exactly the things we've been talking about of like Dean being repressed and all, that kind of stuff. Like,
yeah.
Really fits and works, and it's awesome.
One
it's
of
a great
my notes
idea.
is literally like Dean is tapping into his inner child a lot in this episode.
Yeah,
which is just beautiful.
He's coloring.
He's like playing with the soldiers.
He's going for a swim.
It's so.
He's digging in the dirt.
Stop! Oh my god.
Well, okay, so this episode reminds me a lot of like The Grudge and The Ring.
Deeply.
Way more investigative. This is the first time, I guess not even the first time they get caught. They get caught in the pilot for faking IDs, which is funny. But this is the first time they get like, I don't know, I said it again. They get caught, and the guy who plays the sheriff is like perfect for that role. Whoever that guy is.
He's great. I don't know. Again, this first season has a lot of great character actors.
Yeah.
Just like, tuning in to be the sheriff on this episode of Supernatural, and they rock.
But this episode has a bunch of like really funny, like, I'm thinking like that.
It's like, name 3 children you even know.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Kids are the best, huh?
I love the line when they're in the diner. We're gonna kill everything. We're gonna kill everything bad between here and there. It's like, that's the guy who can't let go. Yeah. Which is the thing, and they prove it at the end of the episode when he's told to leave the town, and he like goes, and Sam's like, "Interstate's the other way."
And he's like,
interstate's the other way. Right? It's like, I love a character that can't let something go. Like, that is such like a fundamental, like, me type of character.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm super into that. I love that for Dean. And I love Dean's connection to children. Right? Like, he goes in colors with him and he's like, 5'5", whatever. It makes so much sense that Dean Winchester would have an attachment to kids in that way.
100%.
And because the kids are something he can protect. He wants to protect. And that's who Dean is a protector.
Yes.
So I think
Dean is a protector and Sam is a fighter. And I think people think they're the other way around, and that is simply not true.
No. Well, I also love this is not old technology, but it is old, and it's them looking for a case in the newspaper, and they're sitting in a diner. Oh, talk about your...
Like circling the obituaries.
Yeah, let's talk about the pen. Go ahead and talk about the pen.
Okay, thank you. I would love to talk about maybe one of the sexiest moments of Jensen Ackles' entire career.
Yeah.
And it's when the admittedly very hot waitress comes up and she's like, you need anything else? And he's tapping on his lip with his pen. And he looks up and he smiles around the pen, and you're like...
Yeah. Horniest dude alive. He's got a heart of gold, but he is the horniest dude alive.
And isn't that beautiful?
A little. Yeah,
because
sure.
You're leaving out the part of that quote earlier when he's like, we're going to kill everything between here and dad. And then he's like, but in the meantime, we can have fun. And then he points at the waitress and goes, that's fun.
Yeah.
Like, it's great.
The sexism of early Supernatural is unfortunate to go back and see.
It's very mid-2000s misogyny.
It's the early 2000s. Everything was like that.
And I'm in my brain of knowing everything about Dean Winchester later, where I'm like, and yes, and the compulsory heterosexuality, he's overcompensating. Correct.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
We'll get there. I'll give my thesis.
There's a boom in the shot. And this one,
so
when they're
great.
talking to the brother,
so
and the boom.
funny.
I literally, when we were watching, I was like, I need us to roll this back really fast, I think. And I saw a boom in the shot. Hysterical. Nobody would notice this.
Nobody
but
would.
me.
We're freaks.
But that made me like it genuinely so funny for that to happen.
It's just because there's something like, and we know it's not necessarily a low budget show, but it's charmingly low budget at times.
Yeah. Well, yes, it is charmingly low budget. Now, this is the one where it's like the episodic thing hurts it kind of, in that like the music is really soap opera-y.
The sting, the piano music, like it has.
Like there's a line when he's like watching one of your parents die. It's like, that's on the nose, like,
yeah, or watching one of your kids die. Or
it's parents.
Oh,
like,
is that what he says? Yeah, that's right.
The kid watched the kid that he's attached to watched the guy die. This has a lot to do with drowning. This episode.
This episode is all about getting your ass drowned by a ghost.
Yeah, I mean, shooting on location is cool. I made a note of that. Sad that feels refreshing in today's TV landscape. It's like you have to watch really prestigious dramas like Succession for location shooting to feel normal. And if you watch anything sci-fi-esque, it's like, this is all shot on the volume, and the volume kind of sucks unless
Pretty
you're
much.
The Batman or Superman or Dune.
Greg Fraser, thank
you.
But yeah, and I love too that you get a sense of this town. Like sometimes in shows like this where you have to like pass through a small town, the small town is not very like fleshed out. And not that I would say this is the most fleshed out town ever, but we go to like multiple locations in this town. This town is not just like two sets they shoot on, because they have the sheriff's office, they have her house, they have the original family's house, they have the old lady's house, the main street, the school, like we are all over the playground. We are all over that town.
That playground scene is really good.
I love that
It's
scene.
when he's like drawing, and I like that the drawing comes back up later.
He's like, hold on.
Yeah.
Mommy, I have to draw this giant circle.
Must draw my circles.
Must want mommy drowning in the bathtub.
Yeah. Yes, I mean, it's true.
Also, she is like actually naked in that, and I don't know that
I know.
And I'm like, I don't know that they ever end up kind of showing that much skin on anyone ever again, but like obviously it's the WB at the time. She's not showing like nip, but like he's like having to help her.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, I don't know that we ever seen this much of a woman again.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, talking about like how charmingly low budget this is, also like this is kind of an aside. Oh, well, actually, first I will say the "Come Play with Me."
Oh,
it's
so
like
great.
Shining reference.
It's
like
so
that's
funny.
super fun.
With the Jaws reference at the beginning too.
With the Jaws reference at the beginning too. They're letting you know it's a scary horror thing, which is good. You should use the filmmaking to like key your audience in on what you're doing.
Come on. You have to refer to the canon, guys.
Yeah, refer to the canon. We're gonna have to that's gonna enter our vernacular. That's fun. The fake driving in this episode is charmingly low. It's bad. The fake driving in this episode is not
it's
good.
so great.
Fake driving never looks good, by the way, ever. There's so few things that have ever done it even pretty good. Fake driving is just inherently not great. Like day for night driving, where you there's a magic to it, but some of the fake driving in this is not good. That poor kid getting drowned in his little fishing sink.
I know. It's just
Poor fella.
It's rough. It's very.
It's
what
a
did I
rough
say?
way
It's
to
very
go.
Final Destination.
It's scary. It's so, dude. This episode is so Final
this
Destination.
episode is Final Destination all over.
And I'm not mad about that. I think
Tony Todd randomly shows up.
That would be amazing. I miss you, Tony Todd.
We miss you, Tony. Can you imagine if Tony Todd ever had a cameo or a short role in Supernatural?
I would love that. What do you mean?
Kind of feel like there has been, and I'm just forgetting it. But
maybe.
Who's to say?
Who's even to say?
All sorts of people. Linda Blair is in an episode at some point.
Is that true?
Yeah, she's in season 2.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She plays a detective who likes who she doesn't like Dean, but she her and Dean have this rapport that ends up forming because she realizes he's not the guy that she's arrested him for the crime or whatever, and then they reference pea soup at the end of the episode.
That's awesome.
True story.
This is Sins of the Father, the episode, which is very thematic and very,
And it's honestly really interesting because the only real complaints we've heard about John at that point, we haven't seen present day John yet.
No.
We've only seen
he really
past,
is a shadow
allegedly
in this,
great dad Dean, and then John, and then Dean talks about him fondly, and then Sam is like, our dad kind of sucked.
Yeah.
And that's about it. And I think it's really interesting that you're right, Sins of the Father already episode 3. I'm like, I don't even know who that man is.
Yeah. Well, okay. Also, can we this is the one thing about this episode that actually bothers me. Why was that bike buried 3 inches in the dirt?
Dude, you had one bad rain, and that bike was
That's what
out
I'm
in the
saying.
open.
I was like, there's no way that has been down there for 35 years. Impossible. Of course, it was the Boy Scouts. Of course it was.
Boy Scouts always at the scene of the crime.
Always at the scene of the crime. I'm an Eagle Scout myself, and let me tell you, we definitely saw a lot of crimes.
Oh my god! And then every week there was a new we're drowning the new kid and the blah blah blah.
Well, so then the in the water, the shot of the kid in the water where his head comes up and he
so
goes,
spooky.
dude, terrifies me. Oh, also a fun touch at the beginning is when she gets sucked down. There's not a lot of splashing and bubbles because it's so fast. That's cool to me.
Spooky. I love the shot of when the ghost kid is pulling the dad at the end down.
Yeah.
And the way he's flailing under the water and the bubbles coming up, always been burned into my
freaky.
brain. Super spooky.
They saved the boy. They saved the kid.
They saved the boy. They saved the sweet boy. And then he talks again.
Because
that's definitely how selective mutism works.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, guys.
What do you mean? The water healed him.
Yeah, for sure.
The black
way of water connects
devil,
all things, of course.
It does. I just rewatched Avatar and it rules. Avatar 2 is so good.
It's a great movie.
It really is a great movie. Yeah, I like that this is a very important thing. Our kill off, our Sam versus Dean kill counter remains at 1v1.
Because they don't even defeat the ghost in this. He just gets what he wants and goes away.
Yeah, it's they solve the mystery, but don't do anything else. You
have to laugh that in the first 3 episodes that technically they only have 1 kill.
Technically, I'm still giving Sam the
We'll give
the first
them
one.
This is not me. We've already litigated that. Go watch our last episode.
Yeah.
But it makes me laugh. They were like, I don't know if these guys should win all that much. They kind of suck at their jobs. It's pretty funny.
And you're like, well, no, but I like that. I like that this guy chooses. He's like, I'm sorry, we did this. Take me, not my kid. Sins of the father shouldn't be. You know what I mean? That's really interesting. It's very thematic. I like that they don't kill this kid because this kid all these people probably deserve to. Not all the people who do die deserve to die, but the 2 dads definitely deserve to die.
The 2 dads definitely deserve something. But
the boat kills crazy where he's on the boat and she goes.
Oh yeah, it makes. I was about to say. I was like, that was one of my notes. Is the FX on that is crazy because it's so very 2000.
Yeah, the shot of them running on the beach I also really love.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's back there.
It's back there with a little surprise if you zoom in.
Hope you guys like our board.
The big board.
He's gonna see the big board.
Anyway.
A time-honored tradition of supernatural is invoked in this episode for the first time when a woman says, "I must be crazy."
Yeah.
At least once every episode, a woman on Supernatural has to go, "You must be crazy. You might think I'm crazy."
The drinking game there is probably pretty dangerous.
Intoxicating,
Overall, I think this episode is fine. It has images that are burned into my brain, but it is a little soap opera-y. It's not. It does interesting thematic things, but it's a bit on the nose. Like that's kind of my overall feelings on this one.
Agreed.
Should we best lines? What's our?
But yeah, my favorite line of this is "Nothing stays buried."
Nothing stays buried. Great line.
Because I think that's the most thematically appropriate for this episode. Is more than anything else because, like you said, there's no direct "sins of the father" quote in my opinion in this, but I think "Nothing stays buried" works for here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good line.
Nice.
For me. We're gonna kill everything bad between here and there. It's good. The delivery on it's good.
It's just great.
The anger on it's good. I'm into that one a lot. Okay, now for our nominations for best kill.
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking?
Mine is the sink drowning.
Sink drowning. That's the one.
Good work, boss. Yeah, because why not? It's the final destination of it all.
Yeah, it's the final destination of all is the truth.
And this movie came out at the height of Final Destination. So this episode came out at the height of Final Destination.
It really did. Well, yeah, this is coming out in such a unique growing pains section of horror. We're remaking a lot of classics.
Yes.
Jared and Jensen are in a lot of remakes of classics.
A lot of remakes.
Some of which are pretty good, some of which are not great.
Yeah.
But early 2000s horror was such a weird point, and I think Supernatural really is an interesting footnote in that.
Agreed.
Or not even footnote, interesting chapter in that kind of early 2000s saga of horror.
We would not have, Hill House and Bly Manor and American Horror Story and
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. We would not have it without Supernatural.
I believe that. Yeah, but without Supernatural and without the X-Files, that a bunch of stuff wouldn't have happened.
100%.
These proved that they could be successful and have rabid fan bases.
100%.
Yeah. Any other do we have other thoughts, other things, other favorite moments from this one? I'm a big fan of the quiet moment where Sam comes out of the water and he looks at her and he's like, "No," and you're like, "That's so dark."
That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, I mean the idea of this family being cannibalized by the sins of the father that we watch, and then kind of the other one that they're trying to save. It's it's good. It's a good parallel for our characters in the show.
It's very beautiful. I think there's a lot of clearly this mom is not the kind of mom that hides things from her son.
Yeah.
But her dad is someone who hides things from her. I think that's very beautiful.
Yeah.
See, my only note I was going to bring up is just that I wrote down Dean has hoes in different area codes. So...
He does, though. That's true.
He could roll into any town and be like, "Hey, hot stuff."
He'll find somebody to share a warm bed with.
And you know what? Dean.
Go for it, buddy.
And Sam. Don't act like that's not something you'd want.
What?
For Dean Winchester to hit on you? Come on.
Yeah, well, of course I would. Are you kidding me?
Be serious.
I'm only human.
Especially 2005. Also, we didn't mention this last episode, but Dean explicitly going, "Dude, I'm 26."
Yeah,
well, we're 26 is really freaking me out.
Devastating.
I don't
me.
like it. When I was younger, I used to think Sam was impossibly old. I was like, I'll never be 22, and now I'm like, what do you mean I'm the older brother? I'm so scared right now. What do you mean I'm the older brother? I'm so scared.
Yeah.
Aging, huh?
How is this episode on the scary meter for you? Are you spooked at all?
I actually find this episode quite scary, but I also have a really pathological fear of drowning.
You do.
I am very scared of drowning.
Yeah.
So this is not a fun episode for me. Because I also am not just afraid of drowning, but I have OCD. So my brain is also you could drown in the sink for sure. I think that's actually something you should be prepped for. And you're like, for sure on it.
Yeah, totally.
So how about you?
I enjoy things. I said a lot of stuff I like.
The head and the water and
the head, the water, scary.
Dead in the water.
Dead in the water. It's a pretty spooky episode. Specifically, the opening scene's pretty good. The sink kill's scary. The bathtub is pretty scary. A lot of the drowning stuff is scary. A lot of the rest of the episode, you feel really safe when you're not around the water.
Pretty much.
Now it can go up through the pipes and stuff, but still.
Yeah, it is spooky. I love the concept that it's not the lake that's haunted, it's the water.
Yeah.
Very cool. They
Good
could have
stuff.
very easily been like, they could have very easily just like, okay, so stop going in the lake. But they're like, no, you don't understand. The lake is our water and the water's in our house.
Yeah, it can get anywhere.
Which is
good idea.
very spooky.
Good idea.
Cool way to do a ghost when you've already done a ghost in episode 1.
True. Yeah. All right. You have 1 week to watch the next 2 episodes, which are 4 and 5, which are Phantom Traveler.
Yes.
And Bloody Mary. You have specifically Bloody Mary is one that I think is really quite good.
Very excited to recap on that one.
And Phantom Traveler has maybe the funniest thing of all time in it. And also one of the best lines of the show. But between now and then, you know what you have to do. You got to watch some TV. Got to get your journal. Got to hit the road. But remember, you know what's out there. Be afraid of the dark.